Over the following weeks, magical comic books spread across San Francisco and landed in the hands of all kinds of people. A teenager named Harry used the Hummingbird Man to pickpocket people on busy streets. An elderly woman called on Mr. Justice to help her with her vegetable garden. And Mr. Justice ended up in a surprisingly intense standoff with a gang of raccoons that somehow lasted for 40 minutes. A boy named Tim summoned the Jelly King to settle a grudge from an online video game. A psychologist used Professor Z to help a patient work through old grief about her father. When word reached Nick and Mike about a series of thefts happening downtown, they went to investigate. While they were searching for clues, a watch fell on Mike's head from above. He looked up and found the thief almost immediately. But before they could do anything, X and a hero called Great Finger appeared and started chasing the thief themselves. Great Finger swung his enormous finger and created a shockwave that sent vehicles skidding across the street. X called Lucky to cut off the escape route. Then she turned on Mike and Nick as well, ordering Lucky to chase them too, because she had decided that having the crying man around was a threat to her own mission. Mike ran. He spotted a runaway train coming off its tracks and heading straight down the road toward a row of parked cars. He ran to warn people, pulled an old woman out of her trapped vehicle with seconds to spare, and then summoned Mummy Girl to stop the train. She stretched her bandages across the track and created a wide net that caught the front carriages and held them back from the edge of a bridge above the water below. The people trapped inside were pulled out safely. The effort wiped Mike out completely and he fell into the ocean. When he woke up he was home, dry, and in bed, but the crying man comic was gone. The next morning his history teacher announced project partners and Mike ended up paired with Lucy. He was so happy that he could barely concentrate for the rest of the class. They took a break together and he brought her to his favorite diner, and then they walked over to the comic book store. Inside, a strange man was searching the shelves frantically. The woman behind the counter said he came in every single day looking for something. That day he finally found it. He pulled a comic off the shelf and a small glowing creature named Syl flew out of the pages. The man smiled and walked out of the store with Syl beside him. Mike followed them immediately with Lucy close behind. Within minutes, the man was using Syl's powers to tear a building apart, testing her abilities as if she were a machine. He ordered her to activate a supreme tornado and the street turned into a roaring cyclone that pulled everything in reach up into the air. Mike was lifted off his feet. Lucy grabbed his hand and they were both swept up into the spinning funnel. Mike managed to reach Mummy Girl from inside the tornado and she caught them both with her bandages and pulled them down to street level. He told Lucy to stay put and went after Syl's comic himself. He grabbed it and called Syl back. The tornado collapsed instantly. Mummy Girl helped them both back to solid ground. Lucy stood beside Mike on the empty street and told him she would keep his secret.